Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka BillyIndiana. I'm still trying to get through opening up and unboxing all the games that arrived in the summer and the fall when we were moving and transitioning. And so the next few that I'm going to do are going to be a Reiner Knizia collection, several different games that arrived through a variety of crowd-funded projects. The one that I'm going to do today is the limited edition of Rebirth that was crowdfunded. It is the Reiner Knizia game, one of his newer ones. He creates so many, it's hard to tell if it's actually his newest one. But one of the ones that's come out recently, really looking forward to getting this to the table. Many of Knizia's games are some of my favorites. You can see some over my shoulder here. So if you're curious to see what comes in this version of the Rebirth Limited Edition, stay tuned. So this limited edition of Rebirth by Reiner Knizia was put out by Mighty Boards, and it just recently arrived. I love the art on this one. It's really cool. We've got the vertical storage on this side, and we've got the horizontal storage on this side and this side with a couple different views. On the back, we can see that it's got a couple pictures here. Ages 10 and up is the age suggested range. 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes, and it says, following a series of calamities that left civilization in shambles, societies around the world are being rebuilt anew in harmony with nature. Scotland lies in ruins, and the ancient clans have taken it upon themselves to restore the land. As clan leaders, you will compete for strategic control of the land and its prestigious castles. Each turn, players draw a tile from their supply and place it strategically on the board. These tiles represent your clan's contribution to rebuilding the land. Draw a tile, choose your placement, visit cathedrals for objectives, control castles for points, and lead your clan to victory. There's also the Ireland alternate map and game mode included, and so excited to try both. As I mentioned, I tend to really enjoy Knizia games, and nice box fart. And in particular, the tile laying versions. So here it says limited edition. What you hold is a copy of the limited first print run of Rebirth. I wish you many hours of enjoyment with your family and friends with this wonderful game. Reiner Knizia signed it himself. Just kidding. All right. So we've got our rule book here. Looks pretty thin. It's a little bent with all the materials kind of colliding with it there, but I don't think that'll matter too much for the rule book. We've got our setup and gameplay here listed, showing how you play the scoring tile. So it's really just those 4 pages, and then we get into the Ireland version of directions. So very short set of rules, should be really easy to get into. And yeah, 4 pages for the original Scotland version and 4 pages for the Ireland version. And then we've got this baggie full of castles. So see if I can open these up here. Well, let's see, I'm going to dump them right here. All right, so we got red and yellow and blue and brown, and we've got little tokens like that. So we can see some of the shapes and colors there. Nice little, I think this might be the Rewood stuff again that CGE used in one of its games, I think last year. Might have been, I think it was CGE that used that, and I think that may be what this is as well. Kind of going with that nature theme. Trying to be a little bit more sustainable without using the petroleum created plastics. All right, and then we've got a bag for the foxes, and a bag for the whales, and a bag for the owls, and a bag for the deer, the elk, or whatever that is. So those are nice canvas bags. We've got some boxes here for the different components, probably the cards, I'm thinking, tuck boxes for the cards, a little bit thicker one here, a little bit thinner one there, but roughly the same size of cards it looks like. And this is something I'm really enjoying seeing is paper covered on the cards. I think it keeps them just as safe, and it's much easier to open and much less plastic in the environment. So we've got some 4-player aids there. And then we've got some tower symbols on the back of those cards, which I think are going to be going into this box with the tower symbol. And then we've got this sort of unique shape here. I'm guessing that those are going to go in this box with that matching shape. And then we've got bunches of punch boards here and the game board itself. So on the punch boards, we've got the different tokens, and we've got our scoring markers. Looks like this is pretty much the same, just more of them. Same thing, so we see 4 punch boards, all pretty much identical, just a few little changes in each one to provide all the parts. And then we've got the Scotland board. I'm assuming it's just a dual-sided board, one side with Scotland and one side with Ireland. And so let's see if I can show this well here. Oh, try not to damage the board. All right, so this is the Scotland side, and it is a large board. You can see the score track going all around the edge. We've got some iconography down here to remind us of what the different symbols stand for. And then we'll flip it over and look at Ireland. And I think, it's going to be pretty similar, but even though the gameplay will be somewhat different. And we have some extra things down here to consider. We've got our symbols here scoring around the edge of the board again. And so double-sided, very large game board. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing the unboxing there, and that's what comes in this limited edition of Rebirth from Mighty Board Games. If you've played it already, leave some comments down below. Love to hear some strategy tips or just some suggestions on how to get this to the table soon. If you have questions about the game, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. As always, thanks for watching. This is BillyIndiana, signing off.